Here is Sub-Zero. Now, Plane Zero.
And now, live for your entertainment, it's The Showcase. Hosted by the big man with the big heart, Mick Manhattan.
Hey everyone, it's John Orlando from the PVD Cast, and I wanted to take a few moments of your time to let you know where you can find the PVD Cast. The online home of yours truly, PVDcast.com, is a great place to go, but it's also available through all the major podcasting platforms like Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, etc. There's also live broadcasts of the PVD Cast every single week. Mondays 8 p.m. Eastern through the Facebook page of the PVD Cast, and Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. through the Scene Snobs Facebook page. And no matter how you listen, please make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. And with that, I will chat at each and every one of you later.
Hello, everybody. It's Jason. I'm here. I didn't plan on going live, but I had a little small difficulty with the video I plan on putting up. So I just need to come on here and chat with you guys for a quick second. We decided to take the day off, and in exchange for that, I am going to air an old video of us doing a panel at a Comic-Con because I'm vaccinated. The guys are vaccinated, or at least most of us are, and we're ready to get back out there and do cons again. So what better way to celebrate the reopening of the world and Comic-Cons and all the crazy fun stuff by showing a panel that we did. It was at Cleveland Wizard World Comic-Con. And I do want to take a second. I want to thank Mick and the Scene Snobs for all the lovely support they have given us over the past 6 months almost now, which is crazy. I think we've been with them that long, but we have. And, we're back next week doing another live show. We got Halia Jones joining us and the very lovely Kathleen Wass from Funny Science Fiction. We had Tim on recently, and Tim's such a great guy. But, yeah, you guys just got to listen to me talk for 2 more minutes, and then I will play this video. I don't know what the deal was. It was like 99.9% done being downloaded, so I put my computer to the side and let it just finish. Apparently, it didn't finish. So we're there, almost there. It's almost there. Tons of interviews coming up. Max and I just recorded another podcast, Phillips Now, where we talk about a guy who built a wall of manure around his property so his neighbor would stop coming over. We talked a little bit more about hip hop and its current state and how I'm loving that lyricism is coming back to my favorite genre of music. Lots of cool stuff. Next week on the Three Geeks, we will also be doing reviews of Handmaid's Tale, and I'm trying to remember the other show that some of the other guys have been watching, but I can't slip in my mind. I just started watching The Good Doctor last night with my daughter. We've been really digging that. So yeah, not too shabby. And I am just about to leave you guys, but first I want to tell you to check out the new 3geeks.ninja. I'm not quite done with it, but it is a lot more focused on podcasting than it was on written reviews, just because we haven't had the time to do it lately, and people we had doing it, they just got busy in their lives, and unfortunately we can't afford to pay no one, so it is what it is. But Yeah, you can find me on the BTB podcast every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Joined with Mick, Casey, Gerard, and Lynn. Those guys have been super, super supportive of everything we've been doing. I want to shout out Entertain This. I want to shout out Talking Upstream. I want to shout out Fred, Carol. Guys, if you're not watching In the Head of Fred, then you're missing out because I think the dude is hysterical. And it's definitely one of the podcasts on this network that I actively enjoy listening to. Same thing with the Twitching Upstream, Talking Upstream. There's a lot of good shows. The Phantom Effect, which will be on tonight at 8 p.m. Mark and Devin, they always do such a great job. Crossing the Streams with Jeff Dewalskin, if you're looking for streaming shows to watch. And my download is officially complete, everybody, so you guys don't have to look at my bald head that did not plan on doing this anymore. So everybody enjoy just a little throwback to us live in Cleveland roughly 2 years ago.
All right.
People don't like looking at us.
Yeah, Facebook.
They can just look at the lights.
Going live. Cleveland. We love you. All right.
Yes, we used to do this podcast on YouTube, and when we stopped doing it on YouTube, we started doing it on and then it went way up. So we learned that people don't really like looking at us.
They're hooked in the.
Give up, Dan.
Dan, it's fine.
Am I? I'm all the way over here. All right, cool. Now that we've ruined the entire. Oh no, you can't do that.
Oh, God damn it. I can't rotate the phone.
All right, Dan, give up.
We're still
fine. Dan, it's fine.
There.
You are so
There.
prepared.
We're good.
Fine. Let it go.
High tech.
See our heads at least.
The lady in the back is getting upset.
It's all right.
You're too close, Dan. She's getting upset. All right.
We are the Three Geeks Podcast. My name is Jason. That is Max right there. That is Dan right there. And we're from Columbus, as Max said. And speaking of daylight savings time, so we all woke up pretty much close to the time we were supposed to leave. And I forgot to bring the Blu-rays I had to give away, which you're all going to get one. So at the end of the show, if you're comfortable, just give me your address. I will priority mail it to you tomorrow. So
We got the Once Upon a Deadpool.
Cool.
Infinity War.
Infinity War on Blu-ray. So,
Which, if you haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, you should go do that.
yeah, Captain Marvel. You want to just get started talking about that?
No, I'm not done plugging.
Okay, my fault. My fault.
You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Three Geeks Podcast. We are on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and you can go to our website,
We're
3
on
Geeks.
Podomatic.
No, we're not.
Not anymore?
No.
Dude, Podomatic
Automatic
was...
sucks.
But that was like 2 people that listened to us.
How many people here have a podcast? That's everybody, right? Yeah,
They're all Podomatic. They're doing better than us.
Yeah.
Of course. All right, anyway. Are we still plugging?
No, I'm
Say
done
3 Geeks
plugging.
about Ninja?
3 Geeks, I did that.
Did you?
Yeah.
You gotta tell us when you're done plugging.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now can we start talking about Captain Marvel? Captain Marvel. Has anyone seen it yet? I went late Thursday night. You went saw it?
Thursday,
All
exactly.
right, cool. Awesome. I like.
We're about to spoil it for you. Just kidding.
we won't do spoilers. But like it's kind of polarizing right now. There's a lot of like really hateful reviews, and then there's a lot of like super like glowing, shining reviews of it. And I really feel like it's just in the middle of those things. Like it's not the greatest thing. It's not like the like Marvel's like, okay, this is our female lead, yada yada. So it's not like the best female lead of all time, but it's also like not like the worst movie that people are making out.
Yeah, what happened to geek culture where we became the bullies? Like, seriously.
Really?
Have you seen the Captain Marvel things on Rotten Tomatoes? The audience score is like 27%. Because people are bombing it with hate reviews because it's a woman.
That's not the first time that's happened, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know, it sucks.
And I mean, like, yeah, it's a little different, but I mean, I kind of like that. It kind of had a little different feel than all the other Marvel movies, but I would stack it if I had to rate it in there, like above Iron Man 2 and 3, above Thor 1 and 2.
I think it'd be between 5 and 10 for me, like ranking wise. I'd rank it somewhere between 5 and 10.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it's good. It's solid. It's definitely worth seeing in the theater. I mean, it's a lovely popcorn action flick. So I
And
mean,
Brie Larson is great.
Her forehead is very large. She's a very, very large forehead. I'm sorry. It was distracting. Is all. That's my only complaint about the movie. Is if they could have CG'd a little bit of Brie Larson's forehead away, that would have been cool for me.
So do you guys like Marvel and DC, or you guys like Marvel and or DC?
Both.
Good. We're a good crowd.
Quality,
Yeah.
no matter where it comes from.
That's right. We have another Captain Marvel movie coming out next week, Shazam.
Yeah, so they couldn't call it Captain Marvel.
Not anymore.
Yeah, Shazam. I've heard good things about this movie.
Really
but
good
I
things.
haven't seen it. Like there's nothing that I've seen that makes me want to go see the movie. But I mean, that's even better, I guess. I'm not gonna have any expectations going to see it. So
I have none either. I didn't see any trailers for Captain Marvel. I stayed away from the original, the one that came out last week.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new one.
I haven't seen any of the Shazam trailers.
Oh yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be.
But I heard if you like big, then Shazam's your deal.
And that's kind
That's
of the
what
problem I have though.
it looks just like that.
The problem I had with Ready Player One, it was the Goonies.
I like
And
Goonies.
I love the Goonies.
Yeah. I
But
would love
since
more
they
Goonies.
made the Goonies, I don't need another
I
Goonies
need another
with like
Goonies.
random other people.
Give me all the Goonies.
But,
No.
I mean, that was a Goonies with not only random other people, but with tons and tons of pop culture things just packed into there.
Yeah, sure, whatever. It's like,
It's fine.
but the Goonies like was a pop culture thing versus playing on all the pop culture things.
But,
Like,
but what if the Goonies, like from the original film, were in Ready Player One as well? Would that be okay?
no, but it would have been cool, but
What if they
no.
were huge and like
No, because the
CGI?
movie was just okay, and it was the Goonies again. So all I'm saying is, if Shazam is just big again, except now it's got superheroes, like I'm just like, because like, how can you capture the Tom Hanks,
'Cause I think-
young, vibrant Tom Hanks?
But Young Justice, I think, did Billy Batson really well.
Yeah, Young Justice does pretty much everything pretty well.
Yeah.
That cartoon's awesome.
But I like that. I kind of want that.
Any Sandlot fans here today? All right, Aaron Luck, they're making a TV show.
That's, after 40 years
Yeah,
of
with the original cast.
Cleveland love, wow.
That'll
wow.
be fun to watch.
I was not familiar with it.
That's a word you could use, I guess. If it were opposite day.
Fun to watch.
Yeah, you could.
Come back, we get better.
Yeah, hey, I promise we're giving stuff out.
Anything, yes.
No, okay, we love you.
You're killing me,
Yeah,
Small.
it's
We just heckle people in the hallway.
Yeah, no, we're all
It's like
about
after
the
a show now.
Do you want me to? I should go stand out there and just like yell at people that I see. Like, hey, we're doing a podcast in here. We love you.
Carnival Barker.
All right.
Hey, we're getting messages on Facebook that I can't read.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean,
It's probably your brother.
Yeah, it is probably just my brother giving us
Your
crap.
brother's a troll. An internet
At
troll.
least it's a well-intentioned troll. I mean,
So as far as the
he
Sandlot
gets his
goes,
hits or whatever, right?
it's hard to knock that idea when Cobra Kai was so good. Did anybody see Cobra Kai?
It's not hard to knock that.
Nobody saw Cobra Kai. You should see Cobra Kai. It's really good.
It's not.
It is. You haven't seen it.
No, but I don't want to.
No,
Very
it was
Catholic
actually pretty
of you.
good. Like I dug it.
But I mean, like Cobra Kai is about like karate and fighting. Like
Well,
baseball is dead, and it's super boring, and they can't recapture the magic of the Sandlot. I mean, and like these guys are all like good child actors. We don't know what they're doing now, and you don't know what's going on. Like that's
Well,
why-
William Zabka came back and
Who?
he was fine. The guy from Karate Kid. See, exactly.
But he wasn't a child actor. He was a teenage actor, and he wasn't very good when he was a teenage actor. And apparently, he got better. Now these guys have the opposite effect of where they were good back then, and it's probably just been a fall off since.
People are staring at us.
It should.
This isn't like the other panels where people ask us questions thinking that we're experts at something.
Well, we made it pretty clear that we're not already, and we're just happy to be in their presence. We're just happy to have friends with us here. But what else we got going on?
Steven Spielberg made some stupid comments. Anybody see that?
Yeah. Steven Spielberg doesn't feel like Netflix movies should be nominated for Oscars. I feel like
Wasn't he just involved in Alita Battle Angel? Wasn't he like executive producer?
Probably, yeah. He's
Right?
executive
So
producer
he's,
on 5 Transformers.
does he not want competition? Because that sure was a comic book movie.
Well, no. He's saying Netflix
Manga?
movies, like straight to streaming or straight to straight to the
No theatrical release.
consumer,
Okay.
movies. And I'm just like, I don't feel like movies need a theatrical release. I feel like if it's a good enough movie to where you take notice of it and encourage other people to watch it, it should be able to get rated amongst all the other things.
Like half the movies that actually like win the Oscars, like have a limited, theatrical release, and then it's nominated for an Oscar, and then it goes to all the theaters.
Yeah.
So like you could probably do that with the Netflix films, and then Steven Spielberg would be happy.
Yeah. I mean, that would be cool if we could get the Netflix Marvel shows. Like, I'd like to see those in the theater.
Maybe, but
I
it'll
think
take forever.
that would take forever, but it would also be awesome.
The new Hulu Marvel shows are going to be awesome, I think.
They are, is that confirmed?
Yeah, there's going to be Scarlet Witch and Vision is one show. Loki is another show.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And
Wow.
Bucky and Falcon is the third one.
Bucky and Falcon.
They're all going to tie into the Marvel Cinematic Universe post Endgame.
I am very interested in Bucky and Falcon because like they had really good chemistry in what was it, Civil War?
Yeah.
That's the only one I want to see.
And Kevin Feige has taken all the TV properties away from Perlmutter, and he's going to run all those himself. Like, he doesn't have more to do.
Well, I mean, like, how much does he actually do?
Apparently, he's the mastermind of all the stories.
I don't know. So like yeah. So he takes like 20 minutes, right? He sets up a freaking, what do you call it? Storyboard or whatever. Like, these 10 things need to happen. Go to work, and then that's it. He's done.
That's kind of Stan Lee style.
And no, that's
Right.
fine.
Marvel
saying,
method
like,
is.
they're stacking more on his plate. I'm like, well, not really. You know, like he's gonna make a plan and then send 80 people to go do it. It's not like he's out there, writing all the scripts and he gets final say and everything. But I'm just like, he's not doing the work. He's just a guy like.
But he does it in a cool swivel chair with a cat on the arm.
Yeah, an all white fluffy cat.
Yes, this is how we would do part
Finally, my 20-year movie plan has come to fruition. I get
I
to
get
make
to-
TV shows. No, but I'm happy. He's obviously done good work. I mean, I can appreciate all he's done for the movie. So hopefully, I mean, and Marvel has shown like, hey, look what a coherent plan will do for you. Like, they made a plan, they stuck to it, and they're making billions of dollars. So he's doing something right. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. I do. I mean, like, I want Punisher. I want Daredevil for sure. I mean, Jessica Jones can be redeemed.
I want Jessica Jones. I love the first two seasons.
The first season was amazing.
I like the second one too.
The second season was kind of all over the place. Like, I feel like it got better as it went along, but there's no coherent. There's no like villain.
Recast Iron Fist.
I don't have many like stipulations for the casting of Iron Fist. Just that the person you cast as Iron Fist must know Kung Fu. That's it. I don't care who you get. I don't care what he looks like. People are like, get an Asian guy, whatever. I'm like, no, I don't care. As long as he can actually do Kung Fu. That's got to be first and foremost. You get anybody who can't do Kung Fu, I'm out. Like, that is the bottom line.
Yeah, instead they cast a guy who can't do Kung Fu or act.
He can't, that guy can't do yoga.
No. Like they brought him in, to the casting thing. And they're like, hey, do you know Kung Fu? He's like, I can do yoga, to hip hop. And they're like,
And he lied. He lied on his resume because he can't do yoga. I mean, he can stand around to hip hop. That is true. He can strike a pose.
And he can handle a board meeting like a boss.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's why they had all the board meetings. They're like, wait a minute, this guy can't do Kung Fu. What can he do? He can sit there and look pretty. Board meetings.
And put on shoes.
Yes, he can. He puts on shoes very well. I don't want to take away from his shoe application ability. But sometimes the Iron Fist requires more than good shoes.
Like having an Iron Fist.
Snugly on your feet. Like, oh man, like the best part of Iron Fist was the 20 seconds of a different Iron Fist that they showed. You know why it was the best part? Because he was doing Kung Fu. Go figure.
I mean, all I really wanted from that is to watch some dude do like goofy moves that had stupid names because when they wrote the original Iron Fist, they had no idea what anything was called. So you got like front elephant kick.
Yeah,
And I was like, that's all I wanted, and they failed at that.
And you know, because like even if like they do the thing where you know he's training with Luke Cage or whatever like that, he'll hit Luke Cage with the front elephant kick or the roundhouse tiger splash.
Yeah,
but,
perfect.
Dragon dance. But, you know, and then he was like, "Holy crap! You just took the front elephant kick. That's pretty amazing." Nobody takes a front elephant kick to the chest and survives, except for you, Luke Cage.
Come to my board meeting.
Yes, let's sit around this board table, and then we'll have then 83 guards will pour in, so there's just no space to do anything, and then we'll call that a scene.
I want to do a quick shout out to one of our friends, Brian E. Lau. I don't know if you guys have had the chance to check out the comic book Staunch Ambition, but you should. And he's also doing one now called Inferno City Firehouse, the Motor City Edition.
Yeah, I think he should have consulted somebody on that one. Like that's just a lot to say. Is all. Like,
consulted
But
us.
seriously, check it out.
Right.
He's done a lot of good work on it, and he comes to a lot of these conventions and stuff. So.
Oh no, Brian's cool. Yeah,
He's
you
doing
can.
Kickstarter
Doing
right now.
Kickstarter right now for Inferno City Firehouse, and that one's really cool just because based on true stories. You talk to real firefighters. Went and stayed at the firehouse in Detroit and hung out with those guys and got to know them. And like 20% of the proceeds are going back to firefighters, so that's really cool. Brian's a really cool guy. I wish he was here. That'd be really fun. But he couldn't
Also,
make it.
I forget the artist's name, but the art in both that and what he's done in Staunch Ambition is awesome.
Yeah, really good stuff. So, friend of the podcast, check him out, Brian Lau.
And if you like podcasts and you think that we're kind of funny and you want to hear more professional speaking, check out our friend John at the PvP Cast.
John's awesome.
Just want to shout out a couple of our friends.
Yeah, John's got like a golden voice. He's got a good radio voice. He's also got a really good radio face.
Yeah.
And he does research.
That's not true.
No, he's a good looking guy. I'm just kidding.
My wife loves John. What? No, it's not all topics we have. Please. The people that did see Captain Marvel, what do you guys think of without spoiling it, what did you think of the Stan Lee cameo?
Ooh.
It was very touching to have not only the cameo, but the little opening tribute. It was really sweet.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite cameos, I think.
I almost rolled.
Because it's referencing a non-Marvel thing. I thought
Absolutely.
that was really cool.
Yeah.
Because Stan Lee was supposed to be in Jay and Bob reboot.
Oh, that would have been great. Yeah, that's so great.
I was surprised that they didn't de-age him like they de-aged various other characters.
Oh, let's
It's
talk
supposed
about the
to be-
de-aging. That's a good topic.
De-aging in this movie.
Sam Jackson.
Yeah, looks
Man.
much less
They
grizzled.
should have given him the Jerry Curl from Pulp Fiction.
From Pulp Fiction.
That would have been so good. I would have just been like, thank you. Thank you,
They
Marvel.
already messed with his face. You want him to add a hair too?
Yeah.
They had to add the hair anyway.
Yeah,
Sam
but
Jackson, have you seen a
short
picture?
hair.
Have you seen a picture of Sam Jackson
I
recently?
have.
So you know that he does not have any hair.
I know.
You're aware of this.
Yeah, but it wasn't like long
Okay,
hair.
so I say give him the Jerry curls. And then get Ice Cube in there too. Jerry Curl, Ice Cube fights Samuel L.
But
Jackson.
no, this technology is amazing.
It's more and more. Like because when you think about Princess Leia and General Tarkin in Rogue One versus this, it's like night and day. It's ridiculous. And then I think it's gonna have that also weird effect, like watching Spider-Man 1 or the X-Men. You're just like, oh wow, that's actually really crappy. But like in hindsight, being what it is.
Yeah, I was worried because they're making The Irishman and De Niro, Pacino, and Pesci are going to be de-aged for the entire movie. And I was nervous about that. I'm not nervous about that anymore.
Well, do they have Disney money? Are they rolling Disney money? Because
Netflix has a lot of money.
does Netflix have Disney money?
Nobody has Disney
Netflix
money.
went to Disney for money, okay? They don't have Disney money.
It's gonna look like Tron.
Yeah, oh man. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you used to be able to tell by the eyes that, that it was an older person. I thought they did a good job with his eyes in that movie.
And Tron?
Oh, not Tron. Tron is one of the worst cases of this.
Tron Legacy was so bad.
I like that movie.
You would like that
I
movie.
do like that movie.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a positive human being. We get better.
You don't have to leave. Come back. We love you. Please don't go.
They really.
Why do they always leave?
They didn't like Tron.
See, I told you. I told you.
2 against 3. I'm out of here.
I like the new Tron. I do not like the original Tron. That's right. I said it.
Well, the original Tron, like that's just a different movie making style. You know, like that's long form, super slow. We don't have action figured out yet movie style of the early '80s.
Have you seen The Warriors?
Yeah, that I liked it, but that movie has very little action.
You're making me sad.
Yeah, very little action.
Awesome action.
Dude, they're walking for like 3 days. It's the same as Lord of the Rings. It's like, okay, yeah, like, you know, and my axe, and then you don't use it the whole movie. Like,
It's a baseball bat. And
Hi, you can come on in.
Baseball people.
Hang out.
It's okay.
we're not Matt Ryan, but we're cool anyway. You don't have to leave.
Maybe.
He's like Matt Ryan.
We got one to at least come in the door. I like it.
He looks a lot like him, just tanner.
Yeah, totally.
I got more topics. Anybody have a topic they'd like to talk about?
Anything nerdy weighing on your mind right now? You want to throw something?
We can even do a therapy session if anybody wants to do that. Like, tell us about your childhood.
No.
Did you like Tron? Did you not like Tron?
Were you traumatized by Tron?
Did Tron give you PTSD like that poor lady that left?
Yeah, she
Tron?
ran out of here when you mentioned like, how much you love Tron.
What do you think of Fortnite and that whole amazingly fastly growing universe of survival type game?
My child spends probably 8 hours a day playing Fortnite. I know nothing about it.
Fortnite is
Honestly, it's a generational thing.
well, I mean, also it's Fortnite had the right marketing. They tried to sell that game and they couldn't. And then they're like, okay, well we'll put out a version for free, you know, and do the microtransaction thing.
Oh, yeah.
And
My ball has definitely felt the microtransactions.
oh yeah, it was brilliant because kids, you know, like parents are like, or like kids are like, I want to play this game, and they're like, how much does it cost? It's free. Like, got them. You know, like that's. So yeah, so it's just like available, and then you don't need a supercomputer to run it, and then they put it like out on all the platforms, like including mobile. So it was the perfect thing. It was like. You know when Survivor and like Real World came out and like reality TV wasn't really a thing yet, but then just blam, here it is, and everyone's like, nobody thought about this.
Yeah.
Does anybody here watch reality TV?
Thank goodness it's not for you people.
God bless you. Because
Yay.
I can't stand the show because you watch something and then they explain it to you, then they go to commercial break, and then they recap what you just watched, and then rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
So you get like 5 minutes of a show in 60
And
minutes.
that's how they make money.
True.
Well, that and they just create drama out of like really, really dumb.
Oh, but Fortnite. I think Fortnite has made game companies lazy. I own a video game store which Max works at, and how many complaints we get about games coming out and the story's not complete because they're just throwing it out because that's all the kids want.
Yeah, well, that's not Fortnite's fault.
I mean, that's helping with the trend of.
I mean, no, like I wouldn't put Fortnite. Like Fortnite is something else. Like and Fortnite has helped kill that because they're like, well, you know, we can go play this free game, and like, why did we pay $60 for your game and then it's not even done yet? And then I wish that they would release it as such. You know, like, hey, okay, you can start playing now. This is the whatever, you know, and then the game is like, this is the schedule for the game to come out. And it's like, okay, we've got the servers up, you can play this if you want for however much money, but the real game is still, 2 years out, and market it like that, and there's just no honesty anymore, and that's what sucks. I mean, that's a lot of the problem that people have with Anthem right now, is that, the game's a little clunky, the servers go down, apparently it kills PS4s.
Yeah.
And
But you get to be Iron Man. It's totally worth it.
no, it's when you're flying around as Iron Man and then you just like unleash missiles on something from the sky, and there's just nothing they can do about
And then
it.
your PlayStation turns into a heavy brick.
But I don't have a PlayStation. I have an Xbox, and
I
it
have
works.
Xbox too.
After it starts smoking.
Xbox nice.
But you're like, wow, Iron Man really effed my PS4 up. But
Does he come in and just like
yeah,
PS4?
like Unibeam and like blast it. No, but it's a lot of fun, for the 10 minutes where you're not used to being Iron Man, but then like it's just really repetitive and it's a grindy game. And like people's faces start falling off, and then you're like, well, maybe I should play Overwatch. But
Yes, you should play.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
No.
Like if or you're like No Man's Sky. Like 3 years later, that game was the game that they promised you.
Does it actually have multiplayer?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, like it has all the things they promised, but they promised so much at the beginning, and just totally like they had to give refunds for that game.
This poor lady in the back's doing her homework.
Man, that is
even better.
That is called multitasking, and she is way better at it than we are.
Any other topics? Fun stuff?
We're supposed to provide.
I have topics. I'm asking the people.
Prove it.
What's the coolest thing you've seen here on the show floor?
Oh, I got a rant about the show floor and comic books. I'm at a comic book convention and I can't find any new comics.
No.
You're right.
It's all pop figures. I love pop figures. I bought 2 of them for my daughter.
Okay, yeah. He's got a bag full of pop figures. He's like, I can't believe all the pop figures. This is ridiculous.
I got Voltron.
I would spend 45 minutes looking through all the pop figures.
I could talk to Kato Kalin for an hour, but I can't buy a comic book.
And he will talk to you for an hour.
He's a
Test me on this.
really nice guy. We interviewed him in Columbus a few times.
Test me on this. He will talk to you.
Don't talk about OJ. He'll end that interview fast.
Yes.
What do you think of OJ being so popular recently?
And I'll see you later. But that's got to be tough to talk about for that guy.
I wonder if he signs Ford Broncos.
Oh,
I would, but that's only because I'm morbid.
I think she's shocked. She's like, I don't know what I just walked into.
Well, you
I did take it. That's an honest question. I don't know.
No, but Kato Kalin school.
Never coming back to Cleveland.
You guys don't even know where to go from there, do you?
No, I got nothing. I cannot. Tony Stark built us in a cave out of this one.
But no, seriously, I just wish there'd be more comic books here.
There's some
Yes.
independents, but there's no big dealer with the latest this month's comics.
Yeah, and I mean, the independent people are really cool. We
So,
talked to a lot
I
of
was kind of thinking about that on the way up here. Like, should they call them comic book conventions anymore?
No.
I don't think this is considered Wizard World.
It
It
really-
does say
But it says
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
It does. That's
Yes.
right.
Yes, I mean, they can call it pop culture convention, but I was like, that's kind of like not cool to say. Like it's a lot to put in your mouth. So, what would you call it?
Pop figure convention?
Pop figure. Yep, there it is. Okay, that's still not very good to say,
Or
but
t-shirt
exactly what it is.
convention.
T-shirt convention.
Kato Kalin talks.
Kato Kalin at the T-shirt convention, Cleveland, 2019.
Sounds great. It's a long, rambling title.
No, but like it is different, and it does kind of suck for like I like to go to comic conventions, and I'll buy up 9 or 10 trade paperbacks just because you can get a deal for like 2 for $10 or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's just less and less. And that is interesting that the actual source material for all or I should say all the stuff, but a lot of the stuff is just not here.
Like the guy that owns the shop where I get my comics pulled, like I'm telling him, like, hey, we're going to Wizard World this weekend, and he just goes, that's probably not the reaction you want from a comics retailer, but hey.
Yeah, it's harder and harder for Audible. You go to audibletrials.com/boogie.
Dude, they've already all got Audible sponsorships. Every single one of them.
I understand that.
They have their
but
own
I'm-
podcast.
You just gotta let them breathe to get an Audible
just
sponsorship.
throwing it out there. Is all.
Someone mentioned at another panel that Disney might stop publishing new comics by Marvel because they've got 80 years worth of existing intellectual property mythology, and that it's a loss leader more than it is a profit center.
Well, Disney commented on that a couple days ago when they
Okay.
said that it wasn't true.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, also, it's like, I don't read new comic books.
I do.
I'm part of the problem.
I'm reading Superman, Buffy, and Firefly.
Like in paper?
Yeah. That's the 3 comic books I'm looking for here today. My wife won't let me go to the comic book store because I spend hundreds. So I come to these things, she gives me hundreds to spend. So I'm here to buy comic books and they don't have it.
Works.
She might know that. That might be just a conspiracy.
Well, I mean, also like, you know, like, there's only so much you can get. But like, if you go to the comic book store, you can sign up for like monthly things and get yourself in all kinds of trouble that way.
Yeah.
So it's probably better to send you here.
I do. Before I got married, I had like $100 in my pool.
Oh, dude! I mean, I didn't even get married, and I had $100 in my pool. And I was like, "This is ridiculous. Like, we can't sustain this." Like,
That's why I'm glad they're making movies now. It's cheaper.
but like, I should say, like, I just don't enjoy the books as much. I mean, like, there hasn't been just like a really gripping book, like Marvel or DC book that I want to read. You know, it's like I like a lot of the Image comics. I like a lot of the IDW, and just different things. You know, because it's different.
It's overwhelming too, because you don't know where they're at. Because they keep starting over. You don't know where the continuity starts and ends and starts and ends.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be helpful, but it's not.
But yeah. So and that's the problem with paper. I don't know how they fix it, but yeah, I gotta admit that I'm part of the problem. Like, I'm not spending money on paper.
Well, they keep trying to sell more, so they got to like streamline stories. They can't do anything fun.
Well, I mean, again, it just goes back to like, you know, like we're saying, it was like if you like Marvel or if you like DC, like good storytelling is going to get you there. And
Yeah.
I just wish there was more of
Does
that.
anybody still watch The Walking Dead?
After it's been released, the next whole season, not live, if you will, not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking and talking in the woods.
Did anybody used to watch The Walking Dead?
Yes. See, I knew I liked you guys.
So I
That's
got
why
that.
liked you guys.
So my wife, I stopped really like enjoying the show. Don't leave. Sorry to stop.
She's done with her webcomic, so.
I stopped enjoying the show somewhere around season 3 and 4. So, but my wife watched it, so I watched it with her. And finally, now that they've gotten rid of a lot of the cast and brought in some new blood, the show is starting to get interesting again. And she's like, "I'm done." I'm like, "I just sat through 6 years of the show with you, and now."
Dude, I'm telling you, even if you don't want to watch it, you should just make her watch it. Like,
I
that's
don't care
only
enough.
fair.
I don't care.
Like, yeah, like, oh, okay, I had to sit through 3 years of stuff that I just didn't want to hear. You get to sit through another 3 years, at least. And you get
Come on
this
in.
season.
Come on in.
You
Join the
wanna buy-
party. We can see you. Don't laugh at us.
Oh, laugh at us. That's cool. We want that too. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the 3 Geeks Podcast.
Yeah, welcome. You can listen to this later on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify.
But yeah, it's
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
The thing for me is the comic book was only good to like issue 100, maybe like 125, and then the stories just repeat. And it's like, okay, they come across a different settlement, they take over. Then zombies come, ruin the settlement, they have to go find another one. Then they do, and the guy there is a jerk, and they gotta take over. And it's the same story over and over. It's like, this guy's a bigger jerk, and yada yada. So I don't really like that. After, you know, like, for me, after the prison, it kind of just was
Well, I
like,
flipped. I started rooting for Negan.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Were we not supposed to? I mean,
I thought the
Rick
governor-
can't even say his child's name.
Coral. Is his name Coral? No, it's Coral. But no, yeah, I was just like Walking Dead, and then the show, yeah, like the zombies aren't really an issue, so it's just like, you know, the drama between the characters, and like all they do is walk around the woods, and it just doesn't.
The problem is the same issue with the new Star Wars movies, which I like. Don't like hate me or yell at me for liking them. But
How dare you?
they don't have a plan. There's no plan.
Yeah.
Like this new trilogy of Star Wars movies wasn't planned out. The Walking Dead doesn't have a plan. They plan on going for as long as people will watch.
Yeah, that's my problem too. I like it when you're like, hey, I've got a beginning, a middle, and end. We're gonna end it here, and that's fine. Like, you can have a good thing that's ended. I mean, like, look at The Sopranos, or look at, you know, like you know, any of these TV shows, or Game of Thrones is ending. Friggin', like, they're about to end Arrow. Like, you can have an end point, and
I don't think anybody's still watching Arrow.
oh yeah, they should have ended that like 4 years ago. But
There
you still watching it? All right, we got it. He's here. Mad love to Stephen Amell.
Anything new that you guys like Doom Patrol or my friends?
I'm afraid to watch
discovering
Doom
new
Patrol.
things.
I did watch the new season of Young Justice. I didn't like the new Titans show.
I like Titans.
Okay.
But I want to give Doom Patrol a chance, but I haven't actually heard anything about it. I don't really like look for reviews and stuff like that. I kind of like if everyone's like, "Oh man, you gotta watch Doom Patrol," then I'm like, "Okay."
Runaways is really good. I like
Yeah, Runaways.
I like
I only watched the first 3 or 4 episodes of that, but I didn't hate it. I just kind of fell out with it.
I'm watching Roswell right now. I like that.
Wasn't there already a show called Roswell?
Yes.
I think so.
A reboot.
Okay.
I watched 10 years of Smallville, so take everything I say with a grain of salt.
Smallville campus is the center of the universe.
Of course.
It is. Shut up. I wanted to meet Michael Rosenbaum so bad, but it's $80 to get a selfie with him. It was $20 to get a selfie
Dude.
with Kevin Conroy.
Yeah,
Like,
if it's only $20 to get a selfie with Batman, then you cannot go above that. I'm sorry.
I just have a hard time.
The Riddler wants $40 for a selfie. I'm sorry, Riddler. I'm sorry.
It's odd to get a selfie of a voice actor. Like there's no image that you're trying to look who I met. Who is that?
I mean, so if you were Kevin Conroy, would you go around dressed up as Batman all the time?
I would.
Yes. Yes. Very much so.
Got the voice.
I mean, 'cause you just put out that voice, that beautiful, beautiful voice.
He does have a great voice.
You guys are late. We started 20 minutes ago.
Welcome.
It's all right. Have a seat.
We were like 35 minutes ago. What are you talking about?
Oh, hey, wow, we're doing good.
Yeah.
All right. Not a
got
topic.
this.
She's still awake. We only had one person leave, well, two, because the one girl got PTSD. from Tron.
You told her that you like Tron.
Yeah, I was like,
I keep on telling you to be careful with that, and then you just go, how much you love Tron all willy-nilly.
Oh, God, there's a lot of people commenting on Facebook. I can't wait to read that later.
Yeah, I like that we can't do anything. We see you. We see you out there, people. I know you can barely see me.
But
Hello. Have a seat.
Anyway.
Front row's open.
isn't that what we want, though? Like, I would rather have you do just a complete one movie shot, and then if you're gonna make a sequel, do it later. Not like have it all planned out, and then if the first one tanks, like the whole World of Darkness or what.
Okay, but no, but that was a bad plan. Yeah, so I was like, okay, if you make a plan, and you're like, okay, we're putting out 3 movies, it's gonna be this, and that, we need to have these things happen, and your first movie is total crap.
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad we don't have to sit through the next 2 of your crappy movies. Like, I don't want to
Half of the first movie was trying to set up a whole universe.
Look,
that
man,
had no idea
look,
about.
man.
I zoned out for a
The
second,
Mummy.
sorry.
I know, you were watching the people.
With The Mummy?
Yeah.
With Tom Cruise?
You know, it's not-
I love that movie. It's
Oh,
little
my.
lame. He runs.
Oh my God.
Get out of here. Leave. You can take his spot.
Tom Cruise tries so hard when he runs. Like a determination.
No. If you want to see Tom Cruise running, you watch Mission Impossible Fallout. He runs more than Forrest Gump in that movie.
Oh, The Mummy. I'm the only one who likes that movie. I fully
That
acknowledge
movie,
that.
that movie is terrible.
You haven't seen it?
Yes, I have.
Have you really?
Yes, I have.
He tends to say things are horrible when he hasn't seen
Okay,
it.
I said the same things are horrible when they're horrible.
Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein is a better combined universe.
True.
I didn't say it wasn't. The Mummy is not a great movie.
It's not a
I
good
enjoy
movie.
it. No, it's not.
I kind of like how they were trying to set up the whole Hammerverse, if you will, right? They had
Yeah.
references to, Dracula, werewolf,
Okay, so
Dr.
yeah, the
Dr.
movie
Jekyll,
Dracula
Mr. Hyde,
Untold was
you know,
supposed to be
and-
part of this universe.
Okay.
And then they had the Mummy, which was like supposed to like
And it-
actually linchpin the universe together and
And it-
start from there. And then we were gonna get a Invincible Man movie,
With Johnny Depp?
Yes.
Creature from the Black Lagoon,
Right? Frankenstein, I think.
Yeah, Bride of Frankenstein.
They both got paid
And
for
they're
movies that they never
basically
made.
setting up the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen again.
I
And-
thought the same
That movie made Sean Connery retire.
Yeah, I know, that's how bad it was. But like, if you read the Alan Moore comic book, it's so good. You're just like, why did you make this movie? I just don't understand. When the source material is so good.
It really is.
And then you're like, okay, we came up with this. And they're like, should we use this or should we use the source material? And they're like, let's go with the new one.
Yeah,
I
of
just
course.
don't get it. I don't get it. Who is Tom Sawyer and why is he here?
Right.
But no, so they're trying to set up a new League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and they they made a crappy mummy movie. And I'm glad, and it's like they went too big with it. Like the mummy, like the Curse of the Mummy should be like a centralized, scary movie, like it's in one location, and then like after the end of the movie, maybe they can start to spread out if you want to universe build.
The twist is Tom Cruise is the mummy.
Oh my goodness. Mummies can't run.
Oh, they
That's
can't. They're Tom
crazy.
Cruise.
How is Tom Cruise gonna run if he's a mummy?
He's a national treasure. Rain Man's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Rain Man was really good.
Don't go to Kmart.
But
Apparently they're still in business. I thought all the Kmart's
no,
closed.
they're still hanging on.
My wife found one and spent a lot of money there.
Yeah. Good for Kmart.
That's how we know this.
Apparently in Grove City, Ohio.
Yeah, just 3.5 hours north.
Let them know
South.
what they think.
South.
Yeah, no, go north. I think you'll hit a lake.
Canada, what the?
But yeah,
You done?
I am.
Put down Tom Cruise.
Look, I said if you want to see Tom Cruise running, you go see Mission Impossible Fallout.
You better be careful. He might be president one day.
He could be. He could be.
Tom Cruise?
I mean, okay, so if Tom Cruise wins the presidency, does he find the nearest couch to jump on?
Yes.
Or does he run a marathon and then jump on a couch?
He's definitely got to run.
Yeah, I think Tom Cruise does 80 laps around the building and then runs upstairs to jump on his couch.
They didn't come here to talk about Tom Cruise. We did dodge a bullet with Tom Cruise as Iron Man, though.
Yeah, no, Robert Downey Jr. is so good as Iron Man. That was perfect.
Anybody excited for Avengers Endgame?
Yes.
Anybody not?
Anyone indifferent?
This is a lively crowd.
Yeah.
Why do we still have time changes?
Okay, we're not talking about the time change.
I'm talking about the time change.
You have, you have to get the crops in.
Yeah, man, the kids. We need the kids out for summer vacation because they got to help with the fields. Avengers Endgame. Infinity War. I like it, but it has so much going on that I feel like the movie lost a little bit. So I'm hoping for a more focused movie. But again, with half of the characters gone, it should be just out of availability.
Hi guys, I know you guys are all here to see Matt Ryan, but we are
I like you guys.
All right, thank you. That's really nice. We've already given away everything.
That's okay. Are you guys gonna stay and see Matt with us?
Yeah, we were
I'm gonna go
it's
shopping.
weird
Do you want me to save you some?
I'm gonna do the impossible. I'm gonna try to find a comic book at a comic book.
I was like, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good that he's on right after us because only 10 people show up to our stuff. So then I was like, we're gonna get good seats. But then all these guys showed up early.
I mean, to be fair, I met Professor McGonagall, so I was hung up with her.
Okay, I officially hate you. Let's fight now.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, now. Three
That's
geeks
why
are
I
all about
was
peace and
late
love.
for
There's no
this.
fighting here.
We got a mic down there if you're gonna do this.
Yeah, no Thunderdome.
Yeah, okay.
You know, they still haven't anybody in here to give us a microphone.
We had the microphone.
We got them
I think I saw somebody
That
peek their head
might
in.
not be the three.
They peeked their head in. They're like, they've got the microphone.
The
They've got the
lapels are
one
like
water.
madness.
Oh, that guy who spent
Well, wait till Matt Ryan gets here. There's gonna be like a case of water and like all of the
Oh,
microphones.
yeah,
Yes.
but he deserves the
That
microphone.
guy. Yes.
He deserves it. Let's talk about Matt Ryan for a little bit. Seriously,
Constantine might be on the back. You guys see that?
Yeah, and he actually has a little sign on his signing table going, "I don't know anything about the rumors. Stop asking." So either he doesn't actually know, or he's under.
But yeah, I mean, but he can't. Regardless, he can't say anything. So I mean, that's totally cool, and I do appreciate a bit of humor, and that's also very Constantine. Butter off. I'm not trying to.
I don't have any of my Constantine. What? I'm just kidding. I've never seen the movie.
I like the Keanu.
The Keanu.
Yeah.
The Keanu movie.
I don't know why. It's not really a Constantine. I wish they would have called it something else, but I think.
I think originally they did, because it's got all these really cool original ideas in it. I think because that's when comic book movies started taking off. They just slapped the name on there for recognition's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It did cover some of my favorite story arcs.
Yeah.
And
the whole Constantine.
what's the Russian dude?
Come on in. Don't be afraid.
I was kind of bummed they didn't
The
do
devil,
another one.
Skarsgård, Peter Skarsgård?
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård. He's the
Yes.
best devil they've had in
Good.
movies
Yeah,
in forever.
So good in that movie.
And Shia LaBeouf.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know that.
Anytime I get to see Shia LaBeouf die on screen, I am down. Like, why is Oblivion one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies? I don't know. Probably because he dies 43 times.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, Max.
No, Oblivion. Oh no, Oblivion's where he's like, they're all like clones or something like that. But he ends up dying like 4 times in that movie.
I never seen
It's
it.
the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow, it's like...
Edge of Tomorrow was better, right up until he stops dying about halfway through the movie.
Yeah, and then it's
Then
like,
it kind of takes
screw
it
it.
deep.
That's what Happy Death Day did better than Edge of Tomorrow. She just kept dying until the very end.
See, they knew their bread and butter and they stuck to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's like a 20-minute death montage and stuff. And it's like, it's supposed to be all serious and dramatic, but eventually it's just you can't stop laughing at it.
I have not seen any of the Death Day movies.
I love
because I mean, I hold a special place in my heart for
What
Groundhog
kind of
Day.
geek are you?
A big fat black one.
Apparently the only one in Cleveland today.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway,
We're done. They're gonna be throwing us out here in a second.
have they waved at us for our time?
No.
I'm staying up here until they wave at me.
They're gonna get we can introduce Matt Ryan.
You know what you're hoping to do? You're hoping to like bump shoulders with them.
Yeah, I'm hoping like Matt is like waiting there, and I was like, oh, sorry, Matt, hold on just one more second. We gotta just talk to people about how cool you are.
Huge crowd is here.
And that's our show, everybody. Thanks for listening. I am Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob. We always appreciate you guys tuning in and commenting along and everything else. Go check out this show or any of our other shows on thescenesnobs.com. Thescenesnobs.com. We love you. You guys are awesome. And if you would like, follow and subscribe to our social media. That really helps us go a long way. And please spread the word. Tell your friends. Have them come in. We love feedback and everything else. So everybody, you have a great day. Again, thanks for listening. Thescenesnobs.com. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.